preseason on EA Sports. We'll see the Washington Commanders taking on the Carolina Panthers.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, it's the preseason opener for these two teams, and it should be a good one between the Carolina Panthers and the Washington Commanders. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we finally made it, partner, through the winter, through the spring, now into the summer, and football finally back.
And during that time off, we all cherish our vacation time. But admit it, you're the same as me. When you were working out, when you were doing things, you thought about football, didn't you? And you couldn't wait to be back up here again.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. We see Carolina's offense getting set for their first possession here. And at quarterback, his second season with the Panthers, Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold was one of the big-time early season stories of last year, leading Carolina to a 3-0 start with some really good play. Only one win the rest of the way, however. Not quite the change of scenery boost the Panthers hoped for after getting him from the Jets. You have to think in his fifth season, he will need to play some of the best ball of his career to remain as a starter for Carolina.
And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Darnold. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. The 30. 10. 5. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore. 76 yards. And the Panthers need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The CD, as we look at this draft class, this offense received quite a bit of help this past April. It's a group very focused on this side of the ball, particularly when you look at those early picks.
Yeah, when you look at the top of the board, it's pretty clear they want an immediate impact player for their offense in the first round, and they got it. Beyond that, I like how they kept adding to that unit in the rounds that follow. Those other picks, they may not all be the same type of day-one difference makers, but coach them up, and they could make a difference down the road.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Come on now. A huge play there for Washington. 53 yards. He went swinging for the fences on that play. Didn't quite get in the end zone, but, boy, they're set up pretty now.
Okay, that play just happened. Let it go. Time to defend the goal line, bring some all-out pressure, and try and knock them back.
Gibson. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Gibson again, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Commanders respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 7. 5 plays there on that drive, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. They'll run with Foreman. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Darnold down to throw. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on 3rd down. Darnold. He's going to look deep for more. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Oh, what a catch by Samuel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a first down as well.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away. Changes what you're playing.
And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Commanders have taken the lead. That touchdown, Charles, the first rushing TD of his rookie year.
I don't know that he's going to be Lamar Jackson or Russell Wilson or Josh Allen at this stage of his career, but he's got youth on his side. Those young legs, he put them to good use there, didn't he?
Sly on for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Roberts electing not to try it, and this will come out to the 25. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Darnold. And a loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
You know, this is the regular season, partner. We've been talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's out to the flat for Gibson. Down inside the 10. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you wanted to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr. taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
And he'll get out near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one a first down pickup of 8. Again, it's Foreman. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. And he lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Brian Burns, the one to bring him down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. And he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. Ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Commanders take a 3-touchdown lead. We've seen this already from him in this game. 2nd time he's into the end zone with a rushing touchdown.
So the head coach is going to have a meeting with the owner this week. You know why? He's got to let the owner know, I know you wrote the check for his arm, but we're going to make him a part of our running game too. This guy can do it all. Let's see where he takes us.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was that 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration. You'll hear those words on the bench in a big way right now.
Nifty move. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard. Maybe a touch less. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the 1st quarter, they're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they've put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this league could become.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the route is on here in this 1st half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Roberts electing not to try it, and this will come out to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season. Ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Darnold. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. Here's Foreman. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. So on now is Johnny Hekker to punt this one away. This is taken around the 12. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Well, obviously they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. There's McLaurin. What a catch. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And he's brought down. They'll run with Gibson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Commanders have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Slide for the PAT. And the route is on here in this 1st half. That time a 6-play drive. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Open man is Higgins. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Darnold on 1st down. He's got Thomas yet again complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Commanders pick up the victory as we say.
You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding it like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, I look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper. They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbilly. Cubone stallion with the lick. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, can be throw your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border. So let the rhythm hit 'em, just let the rhythm hit 'em. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system, let's turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down, universal sound. When we move the pound, take a look around. When we touch the town, not the way, stomping in my big black J's. Corny, get stuck in the maze. We never suffer fools, had enough of you. False friends and loose ends make me wanna fool. That we got another world tour, touching every shore. From Cali to Singapore. Every day I'm seeing more in the temple as we rock up tempo instrumentals. I saw a dream in a dream, then I woke up. Put the dream team together. Now we one time. So let the rhythm hit 'em, just let the rhythm hit 'em. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system, let's turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up.
legend. You gotta have accomplishments. In any league, they considering me dominant. The wrong falls, you know the pit of defeat, bottomless. I was hungry way before I got your support. I hopped off the porch around the time that y'all got awards. Lyrical exercise, this what I call a sport. The fourth bar, brother, but I push the rock off the court. I got champion genetics. Next level. One of the best. Remember me. I am the great. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me.
Today, from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's week 2 of the NFL preseason on EA Sports.
One of the loudest venues in the NFL. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, it's the second week of the preseason, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Washington Commanders and the Kansas City Chiefs. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts. And a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watched some of those shows that the NFL does. And you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson. Wins and losses count no matter what time of year it is.
Here comes the Kansas City offense. And in his 6th season of conducting this high-powered attack, coming off 4 straight Pro Bowls, it's Patrick Mahomes.
We'll talk about Patrick Mahomes. What's a normal season for him is probably a career year for 99% of the other quarterbacks in the game today. 4,800 yards, 37 touchdowns, and a 4th straight trip to the AFC title game. He is making sure that all of us understand what he is doing is sometimes beyond spectacular, and his team follows accordingly. When he's under center, KC always has a shot.
Mahomes not wasting time. He'll throw. Forced out to his left. Man open, that's Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Here's the rookie out of Rutgers, Isaiah Pacheco. And he caught it up. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
So out comes the Washington offense as they get their first shot. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They'll set up to throw. Oh, he catches it off the tip. It wasn't even intended for him. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
But when we see the ball tipped in the air, sometimes we get a little role change, don't we? Because when it's in the air, sometimes the defensive back becomes the receiver. And in this case, the receiver looked like a defensive back, but ended up a receiver.
He caught it as a receiver. Hey, it worked out.
Worked out really well for them. But I'm telling you, the defensive guys,
Frustrated.
oh, frustrated. They're going to catch it in film.
He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that'll bring up second down. Back to throw again. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It's a gain of 35.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Touchdown! John Bates, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Those are the drives that prove a lot. You got a rookie quarterback, Charles. You're on the road, takes him down, throws the touchdown pass.
And in a game like this, with, as you described, a rookie quarterback, the team usually says, okay, we got to take care of this guy. We got to protect him. But when he goes out and plays like this on the first drive on the road, he doesn't have to say, I'm here to be your leader. They just need to follow him.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. Montez Sweat with a tackle. Second and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get on the field, defense.
Here's Jerick McKinnon, his first carry of the ball game. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 10. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. On the move to his left. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it. I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the first down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 13 yards there and a Washington first. He'll look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That's a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. They'll set up a throw. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the KC crowd can make it very tough. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll go. It's Gibson. And I don't think he got in. He didn't. He's stoned at the 1-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. Now McKinnon to start the drive. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. 1st down. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it's 2nd down. Now Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete.
So now here in the 2nd week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters to play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. This will be fielded at the 17. A good return there, 17 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Washington offense set to take over. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he goes out right around the 39.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
His throw complete right side to Bates, the tight end. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A huge play there for Washington. And even 40 yards. How about this 1st quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Robinson is in. Touchdown, Commanders. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted. Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards the final tally.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Complete, it's Dotson. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
They'll look to throw again. And yet again, it's McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 34 yards. And the Commanders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush, talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 47. To throw, it's Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Escaping the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Butker's kick here is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
So they do come up with their first points of the game, but Charles, the question is going to shift to their defense.
Yeah, the way things have gone, 3 points could become insignificant fast if this grows to 28-3 or 35-3. They need this defense to come up with a stop, and they need to do it now.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He already with a couple of touchdown throws in this first half as his guys start 1st and 10.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, they'll throw. Thomas brings it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
back to throw now on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll let this go for the end zone. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. Ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game.
And the Commanders are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he loses the football the second time. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Mahomes to throw. Flush to his right. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Back to throw here.
Looking for Dotson, and he's got him.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just touting.
Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas
from 4 yards out.
And the Commanders just continue to roll.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, what, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. David.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
Just a gain of a couple there. And that will bring up second down. They'll drop to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect.
Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A 9-yard touchdown there, and the Commanders extend their lead yet again.
Brandon, remind me again. This is a rookie quarterback we're seeing?
A rookie indeed.
I mean, because my eyes are telling me something I'm having trouble believing. 5 touchdown passes. He's thrown 5 in this game. Are you kidding me?
Now Joey Sly for the point after.
And the route is on here in this first half. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it was Jahan Dotson with a touchdown catch to finish things off.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line?
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Throwing now is Mahomes. Being chased out left. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Mahomes now to throw. A dump down to McKinnon. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first.
Here's Tommy Townsend now.
He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Good move. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. Fancy footwork at the 45. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Throw right side, taken in by Gibson.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
They'll look to throw here.
Back to Gibson and another catch for him. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling the back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Open man is Samuel, complete. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it, but couldn't pull it in. That's to Thomas, who makes a nice catch. Touchdown! Logan Thomas, ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Commanders have got it on cruise control. In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this 1st half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the route is on here in this 1st half. So that drive spans 13 plays.
And it was capped off by the Logan Thomas touchdown catch. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
2nd and 2. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down. They go play fake. Mahomes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown.
Well, Charles, I mean, things just seem to be getting worse and worse for one sideline, or flip it over after that fumble return for a touchdown. Better and better on the opposite end. What an impressive first-half performance.
And, partner, I know the saying in the NFL goes that no lead is safe, but I will say that this one seems pretty secure. And if we continue to see plays like that, I'm going to switch back and say this lead is safe.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Mahomes now on first down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. So the call there, roughing the passer.
Well, the preseason's time for working out the kinks, but sometimes you've got some defenders who are too eager to impress, trying to make this team. And that time we saw one take a shot at the quarterback way too late.
Now left side on the swing pass. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually...
And it's a fumble. Remaining in this first half of football. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Now here's Mahomes. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And out of bounds right around the 20. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 yards for number 11. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a... And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Kadarius Toney from 3 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to claw one back. Extra point by Butker is on target. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it. And it'll be 2nd down. Slings this deep from McLaurin.
A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Defense blitz, but they picked it up pretty well.
Allowed their man to stand firm in the pocket and not be hurried, didn't it? That allowed him to make the nice throw downfield to help complete that play.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 more yards there and another first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. Sly able to put this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half.
So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top.
As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, still a lot to keep an eye on. Guys battling, trying to make a ball club. We'll send it back to 2 guys already on our team. That's Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Washington offense ready to go. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Kansas City, so long, everybody.
Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate. Food from all of the base. My A-spoon going big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm Deion Sanders on haters, this ice bucket dropping over their head with it. They should have cred with it. You either fight or flight, I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions with so